But as you progress in a situation with a woman, you know, there's going to need to be more rules because you're actually spending more time with her and you're implementing her more into your life. You understand what I'm saying? And so based off of what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do certain things, you have to bring up those rules to her. So let's say if you guys start dating, you start hanging out, you start doing more things together, you know, and all those different things, right? What's going to happen is that you're going to have to start adding, you know, a little bit more rules to the situation, especially if a woman becomes your girlfriend or wife. There definitely has to be some rules. You see what I'm saying? So that everything can go smoothly. Because the thing is, the woman in the situation, she's going to need some structure in the situation, because what's going to happen is that she's going to end up doing things that she thinks is okay to do, but it might not be okay to do because she doesn't realize what it actually means to be in a relationship with you. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have to school her and tell her what it is. So like, let's say, for example, you have a lot of guys who, let's say you're in a monogamous relationship, and one of the rules that I hear a lot of guys will say is to the girl is like, hey, listen, you know, I don't want you having, you know, all these male friends, you see what I'm saying? Like around you, because the guy knows that these dudes is just trying to fuck, and that's going to cause like a rift in the situation. You see what I'm saying? So what you're saying to her is, listen, if you want to be in a monogamous relationship with me, you can't be having all these straight male friends who you're just chilling with. That's not going to go down. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, that's the thing you need to let her know. Now, again, and this is a key thing. This is a key thing that you have to understand when it comes to the rules and the boundaries, is you don't necessarily tell a woman she has to follow the rules. You have to let her choose to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So basically what that sounds like, or what that looks like, is this. You say, listen, the rules are A, B, C, and D, right? Those are the rules. Now, you can do whatever you want, but if you do, you know, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, right? That means we can't be together. You understand what I'm saying? So it's that simple. So if you follow A, B, C, and D, then we could be together. If you do anything outside of that, we can't be together. So I'm not saying that you have to do it, but I'm saying if you want to be with me, you have to do A, B, C, and D. You see what I'm saying? So you're giving her that choice, but you're not forcing her to do anything. So what happens is that the rules give her the actual choice to, you know, to make that decision whether or not she wants to be in that relationship with you. You see what I'm saying? And that's a good test to see how down for you she is based off of her following those rules. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing right there. But Miles, what's your thoughts on all that?
Well, I mean, the overall direction of any relationship has to be dictated by the man, because it's in our DNA to think for the long term.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's in our DNA to think for the long term. So that's one of the main reasons why we have to be the ones to kind of lead the relationship. I mean, if we're talking about a relationship, I mean, if you just want some fuck buddy shit or whatever, it's whatever. Enjoy your time, you know, fuck that bitch and keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? Right. But if you're trying to have some type of relationship, you're trying to do something significant, you have to have some type of way to lead the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be, you know, it has to be based on some type of logic, because what happens is women make decisions off of feelings.
Right.
And those you can only do so much of that. You can only do so much of that. Right. Until the fucking relationship starts to go into the ground.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the thing is, you could feel one way right now, and then you feel another way next week. So we gonna change up the relationship because of the way you feel. Like, fuck out of here. Like, these are things like I need you. For example, when the man says certain things like, yo, I need you to do this, that, and the third to the female, or if it's something concerning respect or the way she treats him. It's like, yo, I need you to maintain that consistency, because I'm a man who deals with action and consistency. So if I tell you that I need this a certain way, and you over here starting to do the opposite or to do shit based on how you feel, it's not gonna work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it has boundaries. You know, it's like men, because we think logically, we can do a lot of things when it comes to the macro view thing.
Right.
You understand? And then women, and then the women, once you actually put some type of stock in a female, meaning you trust her judgment to a certain extent, you realize that she prioritizes your welfare over anything.
Right.
Then that's when you can start to put a little bit of trust in her and allow her to make certain decisions. But in general, you're buying the house. She's decorating it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You're paying attention to the macro details. You're making the large long-term, highly critical decisions, and you're allowing her to use her creativity and her feminine energy to deal with the details. So like I said, like I said in the metaphor, you're buying the house, but you're allowing her to decorate it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Meaning that you're providing the structure, you're providing the overall boundary, the overall, the guidelines, the main, the 10 commandments, the main rule of everything. And then you allow her, like I said, once you put a certain level of trust in her, and once you realize that she actually gives a fuck about your well-being and she actually makes you a priority as her man, that's when you can allow her to start to have some input in the details of the situation. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, for example, you say, look, I want to have steak tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now, as long as you have the steak, you good, because you made that decision as a man. But what if she wants to grill it, or she wants to fry it, or she wants to fucking, you know what I'm saying? She wants to ground it up and make ground beef or whatever. The point is, you already made the choice of the type of meat you're having tonight. You could let her decide how to cook it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a chick, she'll be like, oh well, we had beef yesterday and we had beef the day before that. I want to do something different. And I'd be like, look, well, we're gonna have beef tonight, but if you feel a way about it, then you could cook it a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To satisfy your feelings, but you're not gonna stop me from having beef tonight. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Is that type of situation? Because females can, they have a talent, they have their importance, they have their they're important for certain things. But you as the man, you have to set the structure, you have to set the foundation, and then give them a certain like compartment of space to do their thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, real talk. And the thing is, the reason why the rules are important is because